the landscape in terms of who's favourite. Does it affect that?
It does affect that, absolutely, because there's more in it. It's just about goals and consistent goal scoring. That's what their concern will be. But of course, Sadio Mane playing...
Well, if you're tired of the derby atmosphere, from beaten in the last 18 derbies in all competitions, a win will send them back above City by Dixon. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Well, quite frankly, I've never heard an atmosphere like this at this.
As far as Andrew Robertson. Challenged by Keane, Martin Atkinson, the referees with 18. Everton have conceded the most. Van Dijk got 2 in the week against Watford, but that was poor service.
That front foot where you want to close people down, whenever you get a little smidgen of space, you've got to make sure you've made it.
Is Origi against Coleman. Low cross, Keane is there at the near post. Liverpool have a throw. Taken the left-back berth from veteran Leighton Baines. Walcott, who's battling for possession, then he drags Origi back, and this will be a Liverpool free kick. And Martin Atkinson goes to the pocket early on, 7th minute. Theo Walcott with the game's first yellow card.
Well, we spoke yesterday at the North London derby that the referee was very tolerant.
Lines. There's Coleman, there's the cross, and Alisson out of his goal.
And it's come here to Sigurdsson, and it's nicked behind by Van Dijk, who glares at the referee's assistant, strongly implying that he felt a flag ought to have been apparent.
Yeah, but I think he did the right thing in the end in looking at...
Sigurdsson set piece, lifted out towards Alexander-Arnold. That has struck the hand of Tinia. Salah. In terms of feet and inches, there's Henderson. Origi. Mane had it taken off his toe by Jordan Pickford.
Yeah, I mean, it looked...
Salah.
Yeah, great defending. That's what's needed. It's not the first time we've seen that from Henderson, who sometimes criticised sending one way and the other, and he was irritated with himself that he didn't keep it wider of the keeper.
Forward by Tinia. Placed up hungrily by Sigurdsson. Henderson, passed off Tinia, it's Liverpool's call. Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho restored by Jurgen Klopp to his natural territory now, back in midfield against Manchester United and Watford. And towards Wijnaldum. Awkward bounce. Wijnaldum can't take it with him, and Keane's backward header. It was just a little teaser for Sadio Mane.
Well, you know where his heart would have been for a second or two then, Michael Keane.
Forward by Matip, taken neatly by Mane. Zuma got his work done. Alexander-Arnold kept on going. Screened handball. Martin Atkinson declines.
He was pretty much turning his back on it anyway, Kurt Zuma. So if it did catch him on the arm, then it's very harsh to even think about. I mean, that's tucked into his body.
Looked in towards Walcott. Robertson got it. Tinia flings the dry ball to the near post where Van Dijk was waiting. Is apparently Duff, because Everton are very much in this battle. And forward to Salah, and fielded okay by Pickford.
Yeah, I'm not sure he ended up in the position.
Given back to Alexander-Arnold. Dean's header clear. Fabinho tidies up. Origi looks to turn. Fabinho, Salah's on his way here. He's all by himself. It's Mo Salah for Liverpool. And Pickford stood up strong. And Henderson followed in. And Keane and Coleman got behind it. Van Dijk through the back of Calvert-Lewin, and Everton have a free kick.
Jordan Pickford will be feeling a lot better about himself. But just
away by Keane. Origi's offside. It's a 24-hour flashback there, Jim. I saw Aaron Ramsey running away from the halfway line at Wembley yesterday and finishing for us. Keane. Walcott's offside. Jurgen Klopp, 7 derbies up to now as Liverpool boss. He's won 5, drawn 2 of those. Robertson's got ahead of him, but he couldn't split the difference between Coleman and a retreating Walcott. Trezeguet. A touch from Coleman almost worked out for Sigurdsson.
Trying to find Coleman and failing.
3 previous games for Marco Silva. And still Mo Salah tying him up in knots. Stolen off the toe of Wijnaldum as Keane went sliding in.
Yeah. And what makes all that work is the first touch by Mo Salah, and it hasn't always been perfect for him today.
Leading off Walcott, playing it in for Salah, who, had he let it go, might be a smashing ball. Van Dijk, Zuma's gone to ground, and Martin Atkinson had a good view.
Yeah, Origi smiles, but he did have his hand on his shoulder. They have to turn that into something significant at that end.
Origi here. Coleman had a head start since the start of December, but here is Walcott. Theo Walcott high.
Well, he's looking around as if to say, well, it might have been just touched by Robertson, but Robertson got caught on the wrong side, and it just enabled Walcott.
Anderson. Kept it back. Alexander-Arnold. It's Robertson's cross, and it is stolen off the toe of Alexander-Arnold by Digne. Foul against Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson's not best.
Salah. Stolen by Bernard, but hadn't
quite sorted things out, and that was a heavy touch from Matip. And the little bit of contact, the 2-man wall.
Robertson has taken it, and Van Dijk's round the back. As tall and muscular and athletic as he is, and indeed at times lithe, he was never in control of that header.
Well, he did manage to find the net with it.
Fabinho. So Ronaldo won't catch that up.
That's the problem with it.
Even though received wisdom says City's is stronger.
In games that you can see your team had that maybe Liverpool don't at the moment.
You know, we were top of the league since November or something, and we were non-stop in that way of building up.
So you didn't have a dip?
We didn't have a dip. We won at that time the Carling Cup.
Preventing Liverpool is what remains for Everton.
Something to celebrate, because it would harm the cause.
Look at that. It's nice, isn't it, Roberto? Origi has bypassed him. Swept out by Schneider. Okay. Got away from Robertson to an extent, but not from Fabinho, who... Sigurdsson, that's a good cross. Up in the air by Alexander-Arnold, down by Walcott, and cleared by Van Dijk.
Super ball cross from the Icelander.
At the back of Zuma. Alexander-Arnold slipped away from Bernard, but overhead his pass for Salah.
That was good feed.
Didn't roll. Alexander-Arnold, and Pickford fields it well.
One Mo Salah, then he'll capitalise on the next one, and this is a glorious opportunity. A tidier touch there, and there's every chance he slips it past Pickford, but he just afforded Keane the chance to get there with a lunge, and he knows.
Forward by Keane, lovely flick from Calvert-Lewin. Another very important read from Van Dijk. Digne's delivery. Zuma's attacking it. By Van Dijk. Firmino, Mane, no one there to gobble it up.
Yeah, and Salah looks a bit upset. I don't know, there was a shout, and I'm not sure Salah would have done any better, because the angle would have been even poorer for him. But
Digne's throw, Zuma's flick. Anderson's on challenge collection. Calvert-Lewin through the middle, Bernard arriving as well, Van Dijk. Of course Van Dijk, where he had to be. Digne can re-deliver. Richarlison. Henderson. Coleman back to base.
Yeah, pleased for Seamus Coleman.
James Milner. And it came last off Morgan. Lost it in by Robertson. There's Van Dijk, and there is Fabinho, and Digne somehow got between foot and ball.
Well, if he was more efficient in getting the strike away, I'm sure Liverpool would have been 1-0 up. It's beautifully flighted from Robertson, and Van Dijk was too strong for it, Sigurdsson, and it just got away from him, didn't it? It's been Liverpool's issue in this game. Yeah, the first one. I mean, if he keeps that...